see if you are dying with the ship. I'm so fucking tired today that this is probably my last FTL run, even if I lose very early. I don't know why I'm so tired. 1, 2, 3, 4. It could be. Let's try to do it. Work? No. I just didn't sleep well tonight, I guess. I mean, it's a Nebula backtrack, so it's still worth it to go there. Let's skip this one. Yeah, let's try to go for this instead. Okay. And now let's pray. No point switching weapons since that's Artemis. If we get lucky, we need only 2 missiles there. If we get unlucky, they will run away. Can still try. A bit greedy. One missile back, so we are down 3. Empty beacons, fantastic. Don't roll a defense there, please. Okay, that's shitty as well. You might go for shields next, so... Okay. I think Lexi is every ship not up tier at all. I don't know. The more I play with it, I think so as well. But I'm not sure. Like, it's because you have hacking, you have mind control, you have good crew, you have upgraded doors, you have Colombe. But then it's so fucking easy to just lose the chain laser. And even if you don't lose it, like, you're firing only 2 shots. If you miss shots, it's still horrible. I don't know. I don't know. Like, it seemed like on one end it's very, very strong, and on the other it's actually very vulnerable. So yeah, I don't know. I really don't. It's hard to judge this ship. Of course, I always fucking trigger the FTL. Right to fire. 3 missiles as a surrender. I'm taking it. We are not getting that much more even if we kill them and we lose another missile. So we will be down 4 missiles and maybe we get 3 more scrap. If you get lucky 2 shots and they die. We can try like this. Because if we hit this one, they die for sure. That was close. But still fine. Okay, I can't really upgrade even if the fight could be bad. What if we roll a defense drone ship though? Ah, fuck. I mean... Please don't roll a defense drone ship. That's all I ask. Okay, they didn't roll a defense drone. Good. Not a great ship, but it's not a defense drone one. So I'm okay with this. Maybe going in shields would have been better. Of course he fired. Block hacking, teleporter, scanner, reloader. Ooh. Nice. How much do we have if we sell those to 72 plus 76? Too bad. Too fucking bad. So close. So fucking close. So this is happening regardless. Teleporter or flock. The problem, like, flock could be flock hacking. I will go teleporter if I could get teleporter hacking, but we don't have enough for it. So I think it has to be hacking flock. It will be teleporter shields up. But I mean... Nah, I mean, here is just flock hacking. There is no other way around this. Breach hacking. Or... It could be teleporter scanners. Teleporter Klombe. No, I don't value Klombe as much anymore. Like, it's nice for auto ships. But I mean, with the rock boarding and the Artemis, we can deal with auto ships anyway. Teleporter scanner sounds interesting. I will go teleporter. Okay, if I could choose only between a single thing, like between all this stuff here, I would rather get teleporter. Like if I had to choose between teleporter or hacking or flak, I will buy the teleporter. But here it's teleporter or hacking and flak. And there is no fucking way the teleporter is better than hacking and flak. So I think I'm going for those two. Is Clonbay is slightly better than Medbay, but usually it's not worth switching. I mean, it kind of depends. Because, like, Clonbay can generate a lot of value. Like, you buy it for 50 scrap, but a few auto ships or a few beacons that can kill crew members, and suddenly you get the value for the Clonbay immediately. Like, across the entire run, Clonbay, it's repaying itself very, very easily with a teleporter. But I feel like it's more a situational. Like, I used to buy Clonbay every single time, and I still think it's fine. Like, if you're playing a boarding ship and you buy a Clonbay as soon as possible, it's perfectly fine, and fights are usually even easier because you don't have to pay as much attention to your crew. But like, it's still 50 scrap that you could use somewhere else. And in certain spots, the medbay is better. Like, for example, when you're running away from hazard beacons and you can't safely clone your crew, and you might have to get into another fight with your crew all dead because you couldn't clone them before going to that fight. Like, in spots like that, having the clone bay can be a problem. But they're very rare, and overall it's still better than the medbay. Like, I like switching to clone bay if I, like, for example, I'm forced into a rebel sector or a Lanius sector without additional weapons, and so I have to board auto ships to kill them, or I have to board the Lanius ships. In that case, the clone base switch is pretty good. Otherwise, at the moment, I don't think it's worth the switch. I'm going for Rocking Flock. Still exploring the nebula. Yeah, for example, here having the clone bay I could do for the manual search, and if I lose the crew member, it's fine because I get it back. Since I don't have that, I have to skip this because I don't want to risk my crew. I'll try to be greedy though and not hack unless I really have to. We're full hull and we have only 3 drone parts, so I'm not hacking unless I have to. The problematic thing about Flak is it's not as reliable on its own. Like, here it was fine because they have weapons in a 4-tile room. If you get ships with weapons in a 2-tile room, then the Flak is not as good. We have the Artemis though on top of it. Outpost is nice. The racking is not. Level 2 as well. Protecting the Artemis is more important. You fucking bitch. I should have sent the guy in shields. You actually have a perfect timing with the shield. That's a misplay. Chain laser heavy, you need a guy in shield for the second volley. This damage was avoidable. They hack immediately as soon as I repair, which is fine. You're gonna be weapon suppression? I mean, yes. But for how long? Because with a flak against the, like, it can take a long time to kill this ship with just flak. And especially later when they will have 2 shields, like it's gonna be horrible. We need another weapon with flak. Should have fired here. Okay though. Yeah, that's how Rock fix stuff. It's like when you punch a vending machine that doesn't work, and then it does. Exactly like that. Spaceships in the future will have vending machine technology. If I need this, I do. What are their drones? Are they desynced? Yes, nice. Okay, shields up. Jesus fucking Christ. That's not nice. And resultant sectors. I'm doing this. Like, the missiles are not our primary weapon anymore, and we need scrap before the stores. Normally the trade is great. In this case it wasn't particularly, but still good enough. Not accept an NG in favor of extra scrap. I mean, what do you need more in this path? NG for an NG or scrap for a potential weapon? Like, we need another weapon. We don't really need the NG. Like, this 20 scrap could be the difference between being able to afford a weapon or not. That's why. I used to take crew early game because, like, technically a crew member is worth what? On average 50 scrap. But if you kill the ship you're getting like 20. So the crew member is way more valuable. But it's a fucking bait, since scrap early on is just so much more important. Like, you rarely need additional crew member early on, but you always want the scrap for a weapon early on. I'm usually taking crew members with the Zoltan ships. That's probably the only exception. And I mean, with the boarding ships with the 4-man teleporter, because like crew members for those ships is the most important thing. Well, the other ships, usually I never take crew. Let's see if I need a missile. I didn't see the drone there, that's my fault. I could have switched the weapons. That's my fault. I think I can fire one more time before this comes back. She'll come back during the flak volley. Ah, not quite. Let's see if there is something interesting at the store. 72, like 65 is the amount you want because it's good enough for any. The only thing that we cannot afford is the burst too. Another flak. Okay. It's not great for targeting, but I mean, it's still 6 fucking shots for weapon power. Or I can sell my flak and buy the teleporter. It's honestly a serious consideration. The problem with that is I have 20 red sectors next. And if I'm forced into rebel abandoned, then it's very bad. I have to go for the flak. It could be the whole laser, honestly, because having the flak for shield removal and the whole laser for targeted damage could be better. But I value the charge time and the additional shot a lot more. And it's also transitional a lot better into other weapons like heavy lasers later. Yeah, we're also already in an abandoned sector, so going for the teleporter in the specific case, it's pretty bad. But assume, like, I was more talking about a similar scenario with more green sectors and not being already in an abandoned sector. Selling the flag for a teleporter could be a decent play, but not here specifically, so obviously we're not doing it. So we need scrap, a lot of scrap. We need weapons 4 before next sector and at least 1 power bar. More will be better. So here, as long as they don't bomb shields, we're fine. So they will definitely bomb shields. We can be greedy for a little bit. Also keep flak as the second weapon, so we don't lose both of them with a stupid bomb. Okay, they're going for shields, but their laser is down. Ooh, look at this fucking flak, insane. That was the best flak I've ever seen. That was the worst I've ever seen. They had to balance them out, obviously. Well, that's what I mean with flak being shit against the two tile rooms. Like, look at this. Okay, I mean, I guess the third shot was the one inside. The other two didn't matter because they can still remove shields. They should be dead. Steen. Okay, that's fine. We should be fine here because they got a Shidak and we have a buffer point for Artemis, buffer point for shields. You're dying here. Another one. Okay, weapons 4. We can play double block. I can still switch it for the Artemis depending on the fight. Do we want the distress beacon? Like, we have a raw, but that's it. And especially in abandoned sector, I don't think it's worth it. Don't attack shields. Weapons is fine. We cannot take damage here. Just keep shields up, and then we put power in oxygen when they go down. Train. Yeah, like for example, we could train against the ship as well. Fully train engines. It's horrible, but we could do that. No weapon training because we were act, obviously. Power bar. Now we can have 2 shields of just moving oxygen. So fucking rock, there's low as fuck. I think I could have defended that though if I moved fast enough. Could I move from here to here before this gets destroyed? I don't know if I can actually. Oh, the guy's still alive. They're not, but rock feels low as fuck even when they repair. Okay, this is a bad ship I'm hacking. We have 10 drone parts as well, so... Sure, it's 2 drone parts. Like, we don't care about the missiles, it's 2 drone parts for a power bar. I think I'm okay with it. It's like, what, 20 or 25 scrap. Abandoned sector is better than Mantis. It's also less likely to be boarded, so... Thank you for the follow, luck is real. Heavy laser is the best possible weapon with flux. Yeah, about less likely to be boarded, right? Fine. I mean, the stupid event can be anywhere. Borders with nothing. At least it's not a solar flare. Our priorities are getting some power bars, get the Artemis online, and maybe... I mean, engines and knocking up. That's not as important though. Like, against the enemies, we're mostly hacking weapons or evasion, depending on what they have. Weapon is more likely. I mean, we are not going there. We really wanted Artemis online for targeted damage. Yeah, we're definitely hacking weapons here. Very nice. We're still not safe. We focus the drone now. Very good. Can you just upload the recruit to medbay when you're being boarded? Yes. But then you remove all your oxygen and it takes even longer to get the oxygen back. Like... It could have been useful for when they boarded here, because probably they run out of oxygen in time to move away from there. But for many other situations, it's just worse. Especially if it's during a fight and stuff like that. We need 8 scrap for the Artemis. It's only a Leto, but it can... Yeah, I don't know. I want to avoid damage if I can. Yeah, that's the reason why I'm hacking, because if I miss my volley, the thing is firing multiple times, not just once. And it delays the repairs. But I have to be careful because, yeah, only 6 drum parts. Okay, good swipe. With swipe I mean, I don't know, volley. Distress beacon. What sector is this? Or was another? It's another abandoned. I'm upgrading for the Artemis. Going like this. Jesus Christ. Let's see if I need the Artemis. Yes. And it's guaranteed because their evasion is down. That fight could be so horrible if I have a weaker ship. Burst 1, burst 2, basic laser with shields too. This is safe unless they hack shields. Okay, they're not hacking shields. I can do this. Still keeping the Artemis charging in case they start to run away. And for some reason I can kill them with double flak. Unlikely, but possible. Keeping weapons up, so maybe we get training with the heavy iron. even if it's a single shot every 50 seconds. Very good. Still likely to get a store. Like, heavy laser is insane again. I'm actually not hacking, I don't care. Whatever, send this guy. Like, I'd rather take 1 damage than use a drum part in the spot. You seem to be ignoring distress beacons. Distress beacons depends a lot on your weapons, your crew and stuff. So in this spot, what do I have for distress beacons? The answer is I have only rocks. I have no weapons for distress beacons, no systems. I have hacking for the... there is a blue option for hacking, but I'm pretty sure that the event is only in NG sectors. So it will be just rocks. No other crew, no other systems, and no weapons. So it's not worth it. And this is an abandoned sector, and there are bad distress beacons in the abandoned sector that are just empty beacons. It's just it. Yes, it depends a lot on what crew, weapons, and systems you have. Like, for example, if in the same spot I had a Klombe, a rock, and an NG, I will go there. If I have an iron weapon, like, I think I want at least 2 or 3 things to value a distress beacon more than another beacon. Because often distress beacons are just requesting for trades or potential blue options that you might not have. So then it's not worth it. It really depends on systems, crew, and weapons that you have. I'll try without hacking, even if it's a bit greedy. I mean, I need 3 damage, and they have only 1 shield. I mean, it is a bit greedy. Because if I miss that volley, even if I fire the Artemis right after, I don't think I can reach the ship in time. 1, 2, 3, okay. I'm definitely hacking piloting here, because even if I miss my flak shots, the Artemis is guaranteed to land, and it's I didn't want to risk. That thing was about to fire. I have 25 missiles. There is no point in risking 3 potential damage for a missile, having so many. 7 missile surrender, huh. Also, that was close. Yeah, this is mostly the reason why heavy lasers are insane with flux. Because, like, you have the flux for, I mean, some damage and the shield removal, and then you have the heavies to actually destroy the systems. Mind control can be good, because then I can hack weapons and then use mind control. The slug could be interesting if I go for mind control, because it means I don't have to upgrade sensors to use it. It's expensive though to buy both. Like, it's 120 scrap. I have it, but is it worth it? It's an additional crew member that I can keep indoors as well. I will have to skip fuel. Buy mind control makes clocking more likely for later. I don't know, I feel like it's fine. I'm not 100% sure about what I just did. At least buying the slug. I think mind control was fine. The slug, I don't know, it helps a lot. And it's still an additional crew member that can help with borders and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Hard to say. Fuel is problematic. Okay, a store there. And it might even be the last one in this entire sector. I can try to go around somehow. Can you die, please? Thanks. Targeted damage. Sure. We can do that. We just need one fuel to not run out of fuel before that store. Okay, nice. Prep. Reactor. It's not that valuable. Ah, fuck. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What counts as a misplay? Shit. I mean, it could be anything. Anything that I shouldn't do. Pretty horrible. Okay, I could have jumped to avoid the damage at the end, but maybe you should get out of there. It's probably just fuel and repairs. Yep. Fine though. That was a very bad fight. Like Zoltan ship with a in an asteroid field with a stunner, burst 2, and I don't even remember what else. So now we have rock and slug for blue option. That event is... I feel like it's always worth taking unless you're very low on hull. Like, it'll be a free weapon or... I mean... I think the chances of taking damage are way lower than just getting something. Am I hacking? Yes, I am. Targeting clocking is not great. As big as losing crew. You can't lose crew there. But I mean, it kinda depends. Like, sometimes you'd rather lose crew than take 5 damage. Okay, sure. Rarely, but yeah, sometimes. That's the wrong flag. But I'll take it, sure. It's worth the scrap. I mean, we can blade if we don't get any other weapon in 7 sectors. Sure. Okay, that's enough. Then they were like, oh, you like flux? There is another one that we never used. It's bigger than yours. Must be better. A little slow. Yeah, more than a little. It's what saved my Roxy run though. And I had to buy it. It's pretty fucking annoying. At least they're the synced for the first of all days. I don't remember when they sync. So I'm getting them down. NG for 31. It's very tempting. Like, we unlock blue options as well with the NG. It can repay itself very, very quickly. So if I get that, I'll go back to 23 scrap. I mean, we're not getting clocking anyway. I mean, we might. Like, with the flock, we'll be 94. But it's so unlikely. I think I'm getting it. Rebel Stronghold or Rebel Controlled. I mean, they're mostly the same, except for the Rebel Stronghold that can have the flagship under construction, so we're probably going there. Dangerous sectors, though. And the flak is bad in the sectors. Red Fiesta, yep. It's not great. So I think we want to avoid the Distress Beacon in this sector because of that. Although, now we have a good crew for Distress Beacons. Fuck, I feel like we're so behind with upgrades. Deal damage here, so he moves out of piloting. Okay. The visit beacon near the summit of shit. Yeah, there are always borders in a nearby sun. It's very very bad. Like you get a shitty event and you get nothing out of it. I want Akin level 2 for more delay. It's also better in case we get the drone ships in Asteroid. Or I mean just like this one to maybe destroy the drones. Thank you for the follow, Zalkus. Yeah, pretty bad. However, they're running away, so we have to be a bit greedy and do it this way. It is greedy, but I feel like we have to. We flash shields for that. Actually, no, we are not flashing shields. Their drones are down. It will take a while for them to come back. Okay. Still no stores nearby. It's so easy to die in this sector. Like, I'm technically in a fine spot, but it's very, very easy to get a shit fight here. They can just kill me. Like this one, maybe. Okay, no, this one is fine. No drones, and these weapons are easy to keep in check. Delay before they break doors. Okay, we remove the weapons before the pulsar hits, so the ion is not as strong. Okay. Now, pulsar, it's always a fight. But fighting in pulsar, it's very bad. Like, it's very bad when you roll the riggers that have drones, because like against, like, for example, this enemy ship, it's easy to keep their weapons down, but it's more problematic if you have to keep weapons and the drones down. So you don't want to risk that in a pulsar unless your ship is very very good or you're kind of forced to go there. It's usually better to skip pulsars. Are we actually missing the clocking because I bought the NG? 14, 7. No, I would have to sell even the Artemis for the clocking, so not really. Like, there is no way I'm selling... like, I will sell Flak 2 Artemis, an NG, just to get a clocking with no repairs and no fuel. I mean, it might be valuable considering what sector is this, but... No, the Artemis, like, I wouldn't mind not having the engine, the flak and stuff, but I cannot remove the Artemis. It's even impossible to go back. $31. Was it 31? I thought it was 21. Maybe it was 31. So 70. Then yes. Then it would have been enough. Yeah, that's why sometimes buying crew like that, it can backfire. But I mean, I don't regret it. Like, just because it was bad for this specific spot, it doesn't mean it's always better. Because, like, that NG could have easily been 50 scrap if I get the right blue option. Isn't it a good idea to keep this lag on piloting? If you have mind control and you have a trained pilot, it doesn't matter. It's also easier to move around the slug than the rock. But still buy scanners. Keeping the flak too and just get repairs and fuel. At least we can avoid... What do we even want to avoid? I don't know. Fire as well, nice. Where is the teleporter? We had an opportunity for teleporter in Sector 1, but it was between just teleporter... I mean, it could have been teleporter, scanners, or hacking flak. So we went for hacking flak. Thank you for follow, Sanguyan. We have to go down. Yeah, if it was hacking teleporter or together, I will go for hacking teleporter. But yeah, we couldn't get both. Unfortunate. I mean, at least we avoided another fucking boarding ships. We had to transition Rock B into boarding, which is even less likely. Ooh, this event is good. An additional beacon for free. And I'm off of date. Still a decent chance to look around. The good thing about the double flak is that you can hack weapons. Pretty sure I can get this thing down without using more missiles. Like, we're preserving missiles for when we get the Rock A run. Oh wait, this is the one. What's my... Is it a little bit one off? Okay, enough. A bit more for the engine guy. My slug at nothing. Let's see. I believe. No. We have only... Okay, I think we have purple sector in sector 7, but whatever. It's only 5 scrap discount, so it's not worth it. Let's try for the flagship. It's unlikely. Well, not looking around this time. just 18. The best outcome for that event is high fuel and scrap reward for 1 damage plus fires. Because like 1 damage for that amount of scrap, it's negligible, so... He stopped the missile. They're dead anyway. Another rebel. I mean, better than an abandoned. Oh, that quest. I'm very tempted by this and play the Flak too. No point. If I had less missiles, maybe. Maybe later. Do this because I want to use mind control offensively. It's because if I upgrade immediately for that, I might not be able to get clocking. Considering like it's hard to get stores this run because of the red sectors, so it's very easy to miss clocking, and I want to avoid that. This can be very bad because it's an elite ship. I guess an elite ship at this point is not even that bad, especially if it rolls with those weapons. I'll try without even hacking. Okay, I mean, still a chance. We missed everything. And they eat everything. Classic. Pretty good. Friendly ASB. Yeah, we even get a crew member since it's friendly ASB. Rebel evasion is pretty good. This is an elite ship. It's like a dive ship. Or Zoltan. Piloting training, of course. Fuck, I didn't see that thing had fired or not. He went through, but we disabled the wrong weapon. We have another try. Nice. Okay, now I get a store. Asteroids. If I upgrade shields, I can still afford clocking, selling the flak too. So let's get shields up. They might have even drones, so... Okay, no drones, but they have clocking. I don't know if it's better. Would be mostly fine now. I'm firing even... I mean, they should arrive before they clock. There we go. Taking no damage, result to be against heavy laser, burst laser too. Yeah, I mean, ships like that are usually not a problem with Zoltan B. Like, Zoltan B has problems in the early game against drones, solar flare, asteroids, and like ships like that are a problem only if you miss your Ion Blast shots. Otherwise, you can disable their weapons before they do anything. Like, the heavy laser will fire, but you can dodge. And, I mean, you still have Zoltan shields as well. Drones can be very bad, but it also depends on what else come with them. Because at least drones are easier to keep down with the pike once they... And because depending on the enemy weapons as well, you can just... you can auto-fire your ions and drones instead. Great. Flux versus auto ships. Always amazing. 6 shots, maybe 1 damage. Also, I forgot I'm hacking piloting. I thought I was hacking weapons. Irrelevant, but still a misplay. Okay, store up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it's only 5, but... Just don't die before we reach the store. Easy. Okay. Beam too heavy against Zoltan B. That could be scary. I'm hacking to destroy the repair drone. Only 1 damage, nice. Drone per count, yeah. There is a store though. They have at least 2. It's between 2 and 4. We are forced to hack the ships though. They're so dangerous. Also, I should do this. No, never mind. Actually, yes. I can let them run, unfortunately. I'd rather tank the damage than risk them running away. Drop evasion for, I mean, charge the FTL, then drop evasion for shields training. One, two, three. It is possible, but I'm not super confident. I can go to the store first. Actually, I can't. I mean, it should be 3. I'm doing this because this is a map update. We don't care. We're at the end of the sector, and the scrap that we get out from the fight, it's low, and we can get some resources, but we have to use a drum part for the fight, and we might not get it back. So I'm just taking the stuff. So we will have at least 5 drum parts here. If we get lucky, 7. Okay, 6. No clocking, unfortunately. Get battery. Get this. Get the fuel. Okay, do I want a reloader? It could be fine since we're playing the double flak. Drum plus arm? No, we want clocking. Like, I'm okay going drones instead of mind control, but not going drones instead of clocking. We still have an entire Sector 7 to explore. Yeah, that's horrible. I'm dealing damage only with my fucking Artemis here. But I'm okay with it. Another Zoltan. Both of them with piloting training. What the fuck is with the Zoltans? Are they torturing them into piloting? NG Homeworld. This is pretty bad. Like, they have drones as well. We go for the bribe. I'm pretty sure it's a form of Zoltan torture. Because, I don't know. They can power a system so they go crazy. Pretty sure. It has to be that. This is so much scrap. This is the best outcome. Okay, let's see if we can get clocking. We have 2 stores. Fuck you. Please. Okay. Just Pike. Probably just Pike. I'll just get weapon 7. I don't think we can afford the fire beam or reloader. Like, I don't know why. Especially considering we got many red sectors that should be like our scrap is quite low considering all the red sectors. I'm not sure why. Like we still need weapon 7, we need duck entry, clock entry, engines 5. Still all the buffer points, doors, piloting, oxygen. Yeah, we need a lot. I'll go for weapons up first. Then we work on the other things. Firebeam, I just can't this run. I would have bought it to biokill phase 1. And like I will play the Firebeam for phase 1 and the Pike for phase 2 and 3, but I just don't have the scrap. And I don't expect to get much more in the Zenji sector because, well, because it's an NG sector. We could dive actually to get even a bit more. I'm probably, yeah, I'm diving this sector. Burst Laser 1 floating in space with ultimate. I mean, it's not bad. You can play Burst Laser 1, Ion Blast Pike when you get weapons 5. Okay, this guy. You know what? You go here. Never mind, go back there. Give them nothing. Horizon Raven is the blue option would have been worth it. It's questionable because essentially if you use the blue option, you get some scrap and resources, but you skip the fight. Like essentially, it's a way to get something avoiding a potentially bad fight since you don't know what the pirate ship is. But the fight itself could technically be worth more because it could be more scrap in general, and you can get a like even I don't know surrender with weapons or augmentations and stuff. So I think the best thing will be if you have a very good ship, you could just go for the fight, or and if you because you can destroy it anyway, and if you have a bad ship, you skip it. But you can make the same argument of if you have a good ship, then you don't have to take the risk, and if you have a bad ship, you might want to take the risk. So there is no right answer to that. But essentially, if you want to be safe, you go for the blue option. If not, you might risk the fight and get more. 30 scrap for that one in the sector. Interesting. That's horrible. Next is Aking. I don't need So many missiles, and we can get the repair stations. Let's do this. Get hacking now. We shall risk a lot for little potential return. I mean, it's not risking a lot. Like, it's just a normal fight. You're not risking more than any other fight. $57, that's actually a lot. My scrap instead. It's not a lot. The timing was almost fucked. What is the priority right now? It's between clocking or the buffer points. There's the one event where you can sell Lanius Crew, that's perhaps one of the few blue options with obvious downsides. I mean, you can use the Lanius blue option, but then decide not to sell the Lanius though. So you can still get advantage of the blue option. Because you use the blue option to get the scrap. And then you can they can offer you more scrap for the Lanius, but you can just say no. So the blue option itself is still worth it. Looking for phase 2. I'll farm a bit in sector 8 and then I'll decide on my upgrades based on the scrap that I get. Because we need oxygen for phase 1. And then I just want a power bar, doors and stuff. So we'll see how much scrap we have before upgrading. Yeah, the first part with the blue option you get the stuff. And then they ask, after seeing that the Lanius is pretty good, they ask you if you can sell them. Sell it to them. Let's start with the power bar since we have that. We will get enough scrap for, I mean, let's start going here. See if there are fights here or not. Okay, we can go here and then here if it's not overtaken. So let's start with this. And then keep some scrap. Go here. Okay, good. Shield buffer is annoying though. Like, this is one of those runs though where I would wish, like, I wonder how this run would have been if I bought the teleporter in Sector 1 instead of Hacking Flak. This is low scrap reward, unfortunately, but I mean, still scrap. An annoying spot. Whatever, it's fine. Double burst laser 3, yeah. This is one of the reasons why late game ships are often easy compared to the early game ships, because late game ships can roll the big weapons, burst laser 3, Vulcan, glaive, and all that other garbage. So the ship itself, it's way easier compared to the ships in the early game. They can roll the good weapons like burst 1, burst 2, heavy lasers. So I can do this, the power bar. Okay, we can delay the power bar into this. And then we need a power bar and a piloting for the other phases. Also, shit. I have to keep the Zoltans out of there. Otherwise I can flash shields. I can keep one, I guess. Go like this. Let's go. No doors. You don't need doors for phase 1 anyway. But like, I guess I'll need doors eventually. What's the new challenge? No challenge. Continue the streak and see how far it goes. Then when we die, we go back to the other one. This is just a regular streak. I mean, it's not easy to get a streak over 28, so might as well focus on it without additional stuff. Are you fucking serious? What was my vision there? I mean, it was piloting arc, but I mean, I guess it's normal. Like, eventually will happen, even if your evasion is good. 75%. I don't think it's 70%. 75, like, it will have to be only 15%. Like, I'm just missing the... I have piloting level 1 though. I might have to skip the power bars. Whatever. We need doors for next phase. Stop that one. It's not a great swarm. I can get a good timing for the missile. So, like this. Fire this 3 weapon, then a clock. Let's see if we need to kidnap. Also, fuck, I have to remember to bring both of them out of there. Ah, shit. Will I remember? I believe in myself. It's a garbage spot. Thank God it worked on that one. Okay. Not too bad. Firing sensors, it's fine, we don't need them. $52.29. That's a garbage score considering we had only red sectors. $16.46.